Hello FlossTube, Stacy here as always, and this is Season 2, Episode 5, which means 2019. Episode 5 means May, which is Stitch Mania. So in this episode I will be showing all of the whips and a couple of new starts that I did for the 15 projects of Stitch Mania. I also have a finish for you to see, as well as talking just a little tiny bit about what I have upcoming. First, I will show you that I got all of the new DMC floss colors, which start I think at 01 actually. Let's see here. Oh, how convenient. There's number 1 right there, and it goes up I think to like 50 or something like that. Anyway, there's the new flosses. The reason I got all of these was because I had to get one anyway for an upcoming mystery stitch along. This will be my first mystery stitch along that I have ever done. I have done stitch alongs where I get to choose my own project, but I haven't done any stitch alongs where I do the same project as everybody else that's in the stitch along. It's by Caterpillar Cross Stitch and it's called Hello Pumpkin. When you first buy it, all you see as to what it will look like is this blurry outline of a tree. Whenever I bought it, I didn't even see this part. This is part number 1, which they have already released on May 16th. They released it right after the 15 days of Stitch Mania. And so on May 16th, they put that out, the first part, which is the trunk of the tree. I'll be doing this stitch along. I haven't started on it yet, but I do have all of the floss that I need, as well as the fabric that I will be putting it on is a very light purple. It's called Violet Mist. I got it from 123 Stitch. I don't remember the brand, but it is 32 count linen. So that will be going on 32 count linen, called Violet Mist from 123 Stitch. That's all I have for upcoming plans. And then of course stitching on all the extra things I already have going. So the finish that I have for you, as I lose things out of my notebook, is this Sunrise Laguna Mermaid. Last Stitch Mania video that I did, Season 1, Episode 5, was a finish of the Moonlight Laguna Mermaid right there by Nora Corbett. And the finish that I have for you this Episode 5 is the Sunrise Laguna Mermaid, which is also by Nora Corbett. The information on Sunrise Laguna Mermaid in the project journal. And here is the stitch log for Sunrise Laguna Mermaid. Alright, let's take a look at it now. And here she is. This is stitched on Picture This Plus Sprite fabric. It's linen. It is 28 count linen. So on, let me get closer here. Lots of beads. You can see those in her hair, on her tail. And I did her body 1/1, so a little bit more tedious. 4 stitches per every one that was on the graph. And in each corner it has a little embellishment with a larger bead. There you can see it. So there is Sunrise Laguna Mermaid. As she goes along with Moonlight Laguna Mermaid, which I'll just show you very quickly. There's the two of them. I wish I had something I could put this on and then hold this up beside it so you could see them together. But there are those two. My Nora Corbett Laguna Mermaid finishes. And I will get those framed at some point in time in my life. Oh, some people are interested in the back. Here's the back. All right, now on to what you really got on here to see, which was the 15 whips and projects for Stitch Maynia. What I decided to do is do the same projects that I had on each day last year and just work on those. I did have a finish on 2 of those projects, and so I started a new thing on those 2 days from last year. So the project I did on May 1st is the same May 1st from last year. If you are interested in watching that video, I will put a link for it up in this corner. May 1st, I did a Dimensions project called Be a Light. I will show the progress that I had on it before Stitch Maynia here. This is the project journal sheet for Be a Light. It will be a 5x7 and it is stitched on 14 count navy Ada. So this is this one. That's what it will look like when it's all said and done. Be a light to the world is what it says. This is all crosses and back stitching. Here is what it looks like as of right now. And I will also put in a little video of all of the projects and the stitching information that I did on each day. Next is May 2nd. May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th all go together on one piece of fabric. They are all by Soda Stitch. And so May 2nd is Aladdin's Wonderful Lamp. All of the Soda Stitch projects that I have on today's video I bought from Jeannie's Cross Stitch on Etsy. I am putting these on linen. May 2nd is Aladdin's Wonderful Lamp. I had a video of what it was before Stitch Maynia, and this is what it is after. Basically, I did his pants, I did his little cheek there. So that is Aladdin's Wonderful Lamp by Soda Stitch. I'm putting these in vertical order. On May 1st and May 2nd, I woke up, I got ready for work, I went into work, and by the time I got home, it was 8 o'clock or after. I do work full time, so this is as much stitching as I was able to get done. May 3rd goes along with Aladdin's Wonderful Lamp, but this is Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Again, Soda Stitch, and it's on the same piece of fabric. There is the progress on that. Alice in this one is almost a redhead. Still kind of blonde looking, but strawberry blonde for sure. May 4th, we have the third one on our piece of fabric, Beauty and the Beast. This one is very similar to the Disney movie portraying Beauty and the Beast. They have the same look to them. Some of the fairy tale series kind of venture off of what is most commonly known about the fairy tales. Here is my progress on that. Again, this is on linen, and basically what I got done was their hair, their skin, when these three are all said and done, they look like this, because I have them going vertically up and down the piece of fabric. So this is what they will look like once they're completely done, in that order. Through Stitch Mania, they also have every 5th of the month is a full coverage piece that is a stitch along. You can do any full coverage piece that you want to. So May 5th was part of my Stitch Mania, as well as part of the full coverage on the 5th. I have a Dimensions Gold Collection item here. It's called Overlook Cafe. This is going to be a 5x7 when it's done, and it's stitched on 18 count Aida. What I did on this one this time was mostly half stitches. The Dimensions kits have a big mixture of half stitches and cross stitches. There's the progress on that. The 5th happened to be, I do believe, a Sunday. So I was able to work on it a little bit more. Actually, it might be a Saturday. Stacy, stop talking about stuff you don't remember. Okay. Anyways, there's the progress on that. I don't mind 18 count. I think it's okay. Once you get more than that, then I'm like, oh, no. The 1/1 on the Mermaid, for example, in their on the skin of their bodies, ooh, that'll make you go cross-eyed. May 6th and May 7th go together. May 6th is this also a Dimensions Gold Collection kit. also a 5x7 elegant geisha. On this one, it was a mixture of half cross stitches and cross stitches. Basically, what I got done on her was this very small black areas going up to her hair, and then the top where the flowers are. She goes along with May 7th project, also dimensions gold, also 18 count, also a 5x7. I'm calling this My. Basically what I got done on her, it's hard to see, I know, but this tan area with the branches of the background, that's everything that I did. This one was mostly half stitches. There we go, there you can see it. Yay. May 8th is the largest project that I have in all of Stitch Maynia. It is Victorian Charm by Dimensions. It's stitched on 18 count also, but it is navy background. So all of the sky is not stitches. Some of the lighter sky and of course the stars, those are stitches. But that dark navy color will be just the fabric. All the dimensions are kits. Here's what I got done on it. Here's what I got done on it. This triangle right here basically is what I did on that for this year's Stitch Maynia. This is the one that has the cats. You saw my last year's Stitch Maynia video, I was talking about there's a cat there and there's a cat right up there in the window. And I have decided that I'm just gonna leave both of those cats on the pattern. For May 9th, it is Peter Pan. This is another one that I'm doing on one piece of fabric where it goes vertically down. But the Peter Pan right here, I don't think I'm going to change anything on this one. I like the colors and everything that's on it, so I'm not going to change anything. Again, all of the Soda Stitch patterns are bought from Etsy, Jeannie's Cross Stitch. Jeannie's with a G. For that one, I'll just show you the picture of it because I don't want to scroll it down on my Q-snap frame. So May 10th, we have another one that goes along with it, the Little Mermaid. This one I found on the picture, because these pictures are simply digital pictures. It's not a picture of an actual stitched work. So on these digital pictures, they forgot to fill in the dark purple color in her hair, as well as on the fish. There's a couple of other little places that that dark purple color is that they did not put on this digital picture. And you will see that. Well, let me show this first. May 10th, The Little Mermaid. So you will see that here. Basically, my progress on this one was all of her hair. Last year I had done this, and then this year I did all of her hair. Again, I work full time, so no judgment. I get done what I can. You can see the difference there as far as the hair and that dark purple that I was talking about. That dark purple picture right in this area and there. It is on the graph, it is on the pattern, but it's just not on this picture on the front. On that May 11th, last year, I had done the soda stitch that went along with those. It was the Wizard of Oz. So I will put a link for that video up here, and you can see that one if you would like. So since I finished that over the year, this year I had to start a new one. I will show you that at the end because it also goes with May 15th. So May 11th and May 15th I'll show you at the end. Quiet Night, Dimensions Gold collection again, and this one is full coverage pretty much. It's on Navy Aida, 18 count. It will also be a 5x7 just like the other Dimensions ones I've shown. Get that out here. Here is the stitch log for it. What I did this time was this entire sky area. There will be a tree going up through the middle there, but it was the entire sky, which also means that it was all half cross stitches. Here's the back if you're interested. The 13th, the 14th, and the 15th all went together last year. Here is what they are. They're by Mill Hill, Buttons and Beads. The 13th is the one down there on the bottom, Wanda's Witchery. I did stitch on that one this year. Here is the log for it. The Mill Hill Buttons and Beads are all kits, and they all have a button with them, as well as tons of beads. I don't mind beading so much. I'd rather do beading than back stitching. A lot of the area on these are beads, so it's harder to count stitches. Basically what I did get something behind it. Basically what I did was the border. Anything of the border that you see is what I did this year on this project. So this is Wanda's Witchery. May 14th is the I Drive a Stick. Look at how many beads are in this one. 3 Ziploc baggies full of beads, and then there's the button for it. I Drive a Stick. There's a lot of beads in this one. And basically this year I finished, it's just a piece of tissue paper. I apologize. So basically this year I finished her entire body. I didn't do the boots or the hair yet, but this is all the stitching on her body. So any open space that you see there, like these lines, the belt, all spaced in here, see all those spaces, all of that will be beading. May 11th and May 15th I had to get a new start for because I had finished both of those. May 15th was the Wanda's Wands. It was, let's see here, I can show you a picture. It was this one. Also by Mill Hill Buttons and Beads, Autumn Series. And that, if you would like to see that one, I'll put a link for it up in this corner so that you can see the video that shows that finished project. What I had to do was I had to get a new start for those. And basically I had this Christmas ornament village. What I decided to do instead of making them ornaments, because I don't really care for that, is I'm putting them like a bell pull. So this is all 6 of those are going to be on one long piece of fabric, and this is how I decided that I would put it on a bell pull. See that little diagram over there? And so they will go on one piece of long fabric. The May 11th I worked on this one, Kringle's Toys, and I got quite a bit done on that one. It was a day off of work, so I got a lot done on that one. Here is what I got done on Kringle's Toys. Basically the windows, the ground, the people. These are accentuated with a lot of back stitching. A lot of back stitching goes into these, as you can see. The details and all of that. This is 16 count Aida that I'm putting it on, and it's just white. On the 15th, when I had my other finish, I started work on the church. This was a work day, so I didn't get as much done. What I got done on this one was all half stitches, and it was in the sky. So there's my progress on that. This right there will be a tree, and this will be the steeple of the church. So really, I didn't get much done on that, but that's all right. All in all, it will be very, let me back up a little bit. All in all, it will be very long. It will have, like I showed you in the diagram, 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, 4 item, etc., with all 6 of those. And I figured out how to put them on the bell pull by using some graph paper and marking where the center in between the 2 ornaments would be, so that way I could get them all evenly on the same piece of fabric. I'd say my most favorite will be, of course, Noelle's Bakery. I'm thinking I might change this to be spelled like my Noelle and say like Noelle's Cake or something that's a little simpler, but I don't know. I might fiddle around with that on there. Yep. All right, there you have the end of it. Stitch Mania 2019 is done. Mark it off the books. And I'll probably do the same thing for next year, to where I will, on May 1st, if I'm not done with the Be a Light, I will stitch on Be a Light again next May 1st. If I am done with it, I'll pick a new project to start. I try to do the little projects for Stitch Mania, so that way I am more motivated. If I started 15 huge projects, they would still not be done when I was in the ground. So that's why I do the little projects. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Be sure to check out those other videos that I put links for. And thank you so much for being a part of the FlossTube community. I really enjoy making videos, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.